So guys, welcome to this new video. We're going to talk about how Game of Thrones and HBO together are going to break our hearts in the Battle of Winterfell in the episode 3 of the season 8 of Game of Thrones. After all the build-ups, all the heartwarming, we're gonna get through that in this kinda recap but also analysis between colors and the reunions of characters, redemptions. Be sure to check out the video, comment what you think, and enjoy. First things first. Jaime's redemption. Jaime came all the way from King's Landing in between seasons to get to Winterfell. Even though Cersei had betrayed him, even though he loves her, even though everything, even though he's a Lannister, he's become a really likable character right now. It's one of the most important and elaborate character developments of the entire series, in my opinion. Brienne comes out to help him. Brienne, as we know, the shipping is real, and to be fair, she gives us a lot of material to work with. She stands right in front of Daenerys, right in front of Sansa, and says, "Hey, this guy is good. I vouch for him." Sansa trusts Brienne, and so Jaime is safe. And then he comes to Bran. During the trial, Bran didn't say a thing, just the things we do for love. Why didn't you say anything? And well, he says like, if you wouldn't have done what you did, I would still be Brandon Stark and you would still be the Kingslayer. The thing is, this is an episode of reunions of different characters getting together once again, finalizing arcs, a farewell, final reunion, just before everything goes to the shit. Theon gets to Winterfell, asks Sansa for permission to fight for Winterfell, and it's granted. And it's a very heart-touching scene because Theon looks kinda himself again after the whole Rick and Ramsay thing. It's a really heartwarming one because I don't know, I still watch the image and it actually gives me some feels. It has been quite a ride for both Theon and Sansa, and they got away from the hell from Ramsay together. Then in the war reunion, where they are discussing what are they going to do to defend against the White Walkers and try and win. What they say is that Bran tells them, "Hey, I'm the Night King's target. He wants to come for me. I've got his card on him. He wants to end me because I am the entire memory of everything, and he wants to basically erase every single memory of mankind, to be everything forgotten, to be the long, never-ending night, leaving the battlefield, by the tree, and he will come for me, and you can get him. He needs to come for me." And Theon offers as him to be the guardian against them, and to protect Bran, kind of a redemption again for Theon, to restore his like really shitty actions by taking Winterfell in the first seasons. For everything that he did, he says, "Let me defend you." Missandei and Grey Worm try and get together. They say, "Hey, what do you want to do after this? Do you want to really grow old here after Daenerys, after the war? Do you still want to be here? Do you want to grow old?" Grey Worm says, "Hey, let me take you to North, wherever you want to go." Another final farewell, including finally Ghost shows up. Barely shows up, but it's a good thing because it's a good and a bad thing, because most likely Ghost is going to fight, and I see him not surviving the fight. And the Watch is reunited again. They start remembering about how they started, and Sam says, "Hey, I've killed a White Walker, I killed a Fen. I can do this, I can fight with you, alongside you." It's so difficult to actually do this, guys. I'm kind of saddened. I mean, the episode was really good, but I feel really saddened. Then after a while, as the night comes in, Tyrion, Davos, Tormund, Jaime, and Brienne all come together by the fire to talk about things, have something human. Paul as well, sorry, he's a very important character in these scenes. And Tormund tells his story about the giant milk. I'm not going to repeat that. And obviously, when Jamie knights Brienne, it's such a fulfilling thing for her. And to be honest, for the entire five base, like she's so proud. Of course, getting being a knight is not what she wanted the most in life, but it's also acknowledgement from Jamie, who obviously she loves, and he offers to knight her, and she does it in such a heartwarming way. Then Arya and Grady, if you haven't watched that, just watch it, okay? The image is just the beginning. When the episode is about to end, Podrick starts singing this quite sad song in a very slow and beautiful way. And we start getting this imagery where Grey Worm and Missandei are kissing, Sam and Gilly are sharing the bed, looking at each other, knowing that it may be the final night that they can actually be together. And we come to Jon and Dany. First of all, before we get to that, see how many of these scenes have got warm details on them. The colors, light is just soft, shadows are not that hard. It's just tricks for the show to give you that emotion of love, peace, the final moments before the battle begins, the final night, and the farewell, because we don't know how many characters are going to survive. And Jon tells Dany, hey, my mom is Lyanna Stark, and my father is Rhaegar Targaryen, and they were married. My name is Aegon Targaryen. The incest thing is not taken into consideration. They don't share anything about that. Like, the most concerning thing to Dany is that he has a claim to the Iron Throne because he's the only remaining Targaryen male heir. She says nothing anything more, and she gives him an actually threatening look. It's kind of weird. Like, Dany didn't take that really good for her, but not like in the whole love interest thing. Like, actually, the importance of the Iron Throne heir. But there's no resolution in that because obviously they need to give a cliffhanger. The Horns announce the arrival of the White Walker army. We see that Dany and Jon go away, heading nodding to each other, probably saying that they are going to mount both Rhaegal and Drogon for the fight. And Tyrion gets one final glimpse. We get one final glimpse of Winterfell with a wide shot coming from Tyrion, and see how this color mixing begins. Tyrion is with a warm light, and outside you can see the night. You can see entire darkness, super strong shadows, blue cool colors, and we get to see the White Walkers standing there. Not the Night King though. Is he coming to King's Landing first? We'll see. But the battle's about to begin. And see the contrast. Like, the lights, the soft lights are there, and it's about to get surrounded by darkness, by sadness, by death. And we can already tell that when this is, it's probably going to be like super continuous. It's probably going to, the next episode is going to probably start right away after this frame. And the heartbreaking will become a thing. Compare these two frames between Jon and Dany in that scene from the preview, but compare it between this and Lyanna's scene in the crypt. It's super different, and you can already tell how it's going to be. Game of Thrones prepared us for. They gave us all the fan service, all the reunions that were needed. It was an amazing episode. But these scenes, like the warm and the cool, the contrast, everything is building up towards a big fight, towards the Battle of Winterfell. We don't know how many characters are going to be there, but they gave us heartwarming things, reunions, redemptions, hugs, embraces. They gave us humanity. They gave us love. Yes, there were some tense build-ups as well that they need to have a resolution between Danny and Sansa, between Jon and Danny. But everything else was heartwarming. So be prepared to get your heart broken because God knows how many will survive the Battle of Winterfell. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please sure to leave a like. I kinda get saddened about that. But don't mind me, I really enjoyed the episode. I was just trying to get into the mood of sadness and heartbreaking. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to get heartbroken, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cry my fucking eyes out. The Battle of Winterfell is going to be amazing. It truly will be. It's going to last longer by the other episodes, by the way. But it's going to break our heart. So if you enjoyed this episode and if you want to see another one, please leave your comment what you think about the show so far. If you think that the Battle of Winterfell is going to live up to the hype or just be a complete fiasco, if you think that my theory is kind of irrelevant, if you think my analysis is quite good, if you don't, please tell me. I want to know. Leave your feedback. If you like this kind of videos, please let me know. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm Mike, and I'll catch you later. Peace.